what's going on, guys? I'm Bryan Preston. I am a stand-up comedian out of the tolerable city of Baltimore.
Oh my God, Bryan, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
You know what? I'm doing all right, Mike. I'm glad you asked me to come out here, but I'm dealing with the shit going down. I'm maintaining. I'm staying sane.
I feel you. I'm so glad that you're here. I miss hearing your comedy. Mm-hmm. This feels like old times. I'm so glad to have you here in the club.
Oh yeah, no, it's great being back here. I spent a lot of definitely some of my drunker Friday nights of the last 3 years here, so no, it's nice to be back. It's like I'm back at home.
That's right. I know, it feels almost normal,
except
there's no one here.
Except there's 3 of us here. We're wearing masks, except when we're on camera. We're all everything. The fact we're in the same room is normal and nothing else.
That's right. Now, something we have been doing a lot during quarantine, and I know you and I both enjoy very much, is video games.
Yep.
Now, if you had to make a comedy video game, what would it be? What would it be called? How would you play it?
Okay, so pretty much, I think it would actually, again, it would be like a Japanese role-playing game. You'd level up over time, and then like the whole thing. I'd probably call it like, I don't know, let's say Stand-Up Gaiden, because I can't think of a good name just like off the top of my head, but that's a video game, like whatever. So it'd be like Stand-Up Gaiden, you level up, you'd have little like quick time events for shows and stuff, and then like, then at the end of it, you get to a certain level of like funny, and then nothing happens. You get to like level 99 of being funny, and then nothing happens, and the game just keeps going on forever.
I think you beat original Final Fantasy VII for saddest video game. I think you're right.
Yeah, no, Jesus, you know what? We're gonna end the interview because I could really get into some dark places about video games.
I think we'll just cut it right there. But I'm so excited to laugh at you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me out.
Awesome.
Perfect.
All right.
I love it.
Cool. And that one I didn't tell anyone to kill. Oh, is it, we're ready to go now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all right. Good. You keep this in though, by the way, Trace. Ahoy, hoy! It is me. It is Bryan Preston. I'm here for you live from the Lou Costello room in Zismos. You'll know me from the Laugh Finder podcast as well as Post-Traumatic Laugh Mat. Gotta get those plugs early. I'm here. It's great to be here in front of you all on the internet. The one thing I wish that they had done, the one concession, the one thing I asked for that we did not do is I just wanted a person in meth in a plexiglass cage just over there to get the full Zismos experience. So you would be like, it's like I'm at the Lou Costello, because there's one person on drugs just yelling at me during my set. That's the one thing we're missing. I don't know. It's weird. We're here. It's the Rona, as it were. We've got regret. My biggest regret, I think, is that I didn't get my dry cleaning done before the shit went down, just because, like, if I have to zoom into your funeral, this is exactly what I'm wearing. This is like the actual outfit. Like, this is one of my good Dragon Ball Z t-shirts, and these are my nice track pants. So that's just how I roll now. I can't really go back to wearing like real pants and shit. A lot of it's weird though, like just everything I think that we do in our lives now is a little bit off, just in general, like just societal norms. I had to zoom into a birthday party already, which was weird for like the biggest thing that got weird was I was like, I'm there, I'm talking to the party host. I'm like, is it weird if I go into another smaller video chat to go smoke weed with some of the people from this birthday party and then we come back after? And then they were like, yes, Bryan, that is weird and a little bit rude. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm leaving this video conferencing birthday party to go smoke weed by myself. Other things I think are weird. It's like everything is just fucking off right now. It's just like, it's not, alright, so like, the things are back to like normal-ish now, but like what really got me when like this shit started to go the fuck down was like, I felt bad when I would go to the grocery store, because like, alright, so I live in Baltimore, I go over to the Hamden Giant and shit, and like, when I was going there, it was pretty much like going to a grocery store in Sarajevo in like 1994 and shit. It was all bombed out, there's nothing. I felt the worst though when I would go there and find shit that I actually wanted to buy. Just because I'm like, oh no, Bryan, you're the only person that lives in Baltimore that thinks it's okay to buy pork barbecue that won't go bad for 2 months. That's on you, you gross bitch. Like, that's just, it made me feel bad. Although, like, I have been dealing with this shit pretty well just because, like, well, about me, I'm an only child and, like, my parents both worked full time. So, like, me just being alone for a long period of time this is just summer 1995 to me, pretty much. Like, this is just what that is, except there's like way less reading Game Pro magazines, but weirdly enough, just as much masturbating to designing women reruns, which is odd. I know, we have all this porno, but I'm a goddamn sugar baker man. It's just how I am. I love Delta Burke. That's just who I am as a fucking human being, you know? But no, it's like, it's me and the cat, so it's pretty much, it's me, I live in like a small, like a little adorable ass fucking townhouse. It's me and the cat, and like we're both slowly going insane, looking out windows and starting to resent each other. So like I just consider this period of time just the weirdest fucking reboot of Grey Gardens that nobody asked for. We're pretty much just the goddamn Kennedy sisters out there. He's always waking me up to try and feed him, and he's old, so I'm just like waking him up all the time just to make sure he isn't dead. That's pretty much our dynamic at this point. It's great. I'm glad I don't like live with, because some of my friends are like, Bryan, don't you wish you lived with one of your significant others, or like you had like a woman there, and I'm like, no, I'm good, I can just do whatever. It's cool though. The one thing I have learned during all of this, that I'm like I feel like it's an interesting fun fact I learned is that like, if you make a white woman sad enough, she'll start making bread. And so that I'm glad in my life that like none of my ex-girlfriends ever just got into baking. I'm just glad I never went over to an ex's place and just like, Bryan, I've made Parker house rolls. And I'd be like, are you gonna kill yourself, Shannon? Is that what's happening? Is this a cry for help? But no, it's good. None of them got into baking, so I feel good about that. Other thing I think is interesting is you guys might not, I mean, if you're seeing this, you know, I'm like an idea guy and shit. I come up with ideas. So here's my idea. I think, like, because this is, again, we're in the later stage of the Rona right now. So this is past pre-Rona, the early Rona. My one idea, because we've already moved past the Tiger King phase of this. My idea, though, was that what they should have done in a right and just world that wasn't blown the fuck up, is that there should have been like a Bachelor-style show with Joe Exotic, except it's just a bunch of 19-year-old straight boys, and then at the end of every episode, he gives them a bag of meth. Also, the other thing I don't understand about all of this is like, how the fuck did people spend 2 months obsessed with Tiger King and still think all lives matter? Like, how do you, they obviously fucking don't. But black ones do. I mean, they fucking do. No, it's like a bunch of like fucking messed up motherfuckers, you know, just from whatever. Actually, speaking about that, just like ads have gotten weird as shit as well, just because like everyone, it started out with the whole like, we see you, we're here from you, come to Burger King? And now, you know, everyone's like, we see, well, it's we see you, we hear you, Black Lives Matter, but it's also June, so it's Pride, so it's just like, we see you, say it loud, I'm black, my life matters, Arby's is here for you, and also, we're gay at Arby's now. Although, like, the one thing though, for me personally, I won't believe that societal changes really happen until like every fucking Golden Corral ad ends with Jeff Foxworthy just being like, and don't forget, Black Lives Matter at Golden Corral. Also, though, every Golden Corral would be like just on fire like the goddamn Minneapolis Police Department if that actually was a real ad. Just white people, they're very armed and very sensitive. I will leave you with this a little bit. I have an anecdote about me myself. I just want you to remember that I'm a very good person. So what happened was like I had a birthday recently, and so I had the birthday money, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go, like, I can't go out to like protest and shit when the people in like the household I'm quarantined with is immunocompromised, so we just like, we're super strict about shit. So anyway, I get there, it's my birthday, I'm like, I'm gonna give $200 to one of these charities and stuff for a bail fund, right? I do that, I get like that error message and shit on my fucking computer, and I'm just like, oh, well, I guess that didn't go through, so I go to a different one, I give them $200. And then at like 5 o'clock later that day, I get an email, it's like, thank you for your generous donation. From the first one, I was like, oh fuck, I'm not $400 woke. So what I did was I called my bank and I was like, hello? My next door neighbor is very old. I think he's in an Antifa and he stole my identity. I'm kidding, no, I just let them keep the goddamn money. You've been lovely strangers on the internet. Enjoy the rest of your night.